Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen with a preview of that Hull C cargo hauler audio updates that make Star Citizen's explosions more immersive, but also general movement and traversal around the verse more interesting. We also have some dev responses on weather and ship security updates. In the latest Inside Star Citizen, this focused on Claudius and audio updates. So we got to see the most up-to-date version of the Hull C that's coming out in Alpha 3.20. I am really looking forward to seeing this massive cargo hauler and the new 32 SCU cargo crates and how this is going to affect the verse, so the ship can sort of expand and has cargo spindles. You put cargo on those spindles. Huge cargo holder compared to anything else we've got in game at the moment. Also, the corridor in the center of that ship that expands out, very cool, a bit isolating, nice design. Anyway, Claudius is a new audio tool that Cloud Imperium used to bring all the other audio functions and tools into one place for sound designers, and this massively cuts down on any form of red tape and inefficiency. A huge amount of work can now be done without interfering with other teams, and they've got a huge amount of different tools in just one area now. They don't need to keep on switching. They want to improve audio in-game by giving players what they expect to hear and making that sound better. Resonance is a new feature within Claudius's toolset that gives rumble and sound pressure to effects at scale, and can be used for fantastic sounding capital ship explosions, things like that. It's the sensitivity of objects to vibration and the sound they make as a result. So this is from explosions to footsteps. They can add resonance to actions and objects. This is going to be based on their materials and makeup, vibrating windows, things like that. But they can also have certain frequencies that affect the sound and object and more. It's all about immersion and adding to the visual experience that's there, so seeing and hearing what you expect. Crunching and crumpling cans and metal, things like that they can do. It's not just reverb. This is also used with the propagation system, so sounds can travel through rooms and doorways to reach the listener, and they're affected by the distance and how they're traveling, where they're traveling. And this will affect the individual sort of resonance and vibration of objects based on distance as well. When this is all put together with all the other audio features, this creates a fantastic soundscape. Missile launches, impacts of missiles and guns and machinery running, rattles, all these different things at scale. It's available to any object with any context. They can sort of add this resonance and vibration. There will be obviously some sounds and resonance that vibrate through walls and objects, especially with impacts and ships. You'll have a different sound experience based on how much damage is done by an impact as well, and where you are in a ship compared to that. Assumedly, this will tie into component wear and malfunctions, hopefully. Will it tie into weather effects? Probably. Talking about weather, there was a Spectrum thread, rain, rain, rain. Is the rain VFX hard to do with this engine, or just way less of a priority than I thought? We have dust and snow, but where's the rain? A user responded, we know that there have been rain assets for Squadron 42. For the persistent universe, I imagine it is a mix of not high priority and wanting to expand the weather system in general at some point. A CIG dev then turned up, Leo, and he replied to that. This is the correct answer. It's not super high priority until we have a bit more dynamic weather coupled with thick and grey rain clouds. We also need the environment to get wet dynamically and dry up over time. Just little details, but we care. I hope the weather system is that awesome. Like, that just sounds amazing, actually having rain in game that then will obviously make the area dynamically wet, and your ships and all that sort of stuff will get affected and then will dry up over time. Absolutely awesome. There was another thread, ship alarm and dash cam. Can we have cameras and alarms on our ships that allow us to view or warn us of intruders? Sylvan CIG responded here. This decision is all coming from the gameplay side. As an engine programmer, I play no part in it. All I can say is that a dash cam is technically feasible, albeit very taxing. First, rendering a second view is very costly, both on the CPU and GPU. Second, if you are far away from your ship, all the assets surrounding your ship have to be streamed in for it to be able to render. So, ship alarm, definitely possible. Gameplay decision. Long distance dashcam, most likely not. Short distance dashcam is possible. This could be very useful for landing on uneven terrain without third person. Cloud Imperium have previously talked about sort of a low resolution landing camera, bringing that back into the game. I saw a thread on when will crash the desktops be handled better. A summary of the sort of replies on that thread can be basically summarized as a lot of issues can be solved by making sure you delete your old shader and cache folder when you update to a new patch. I do think crash to desktops and instability and stuff will just get better over time, obviously. Some general other news updates. We're still waiting on Alpha 3.20. That's currently in EVOCATI. Should hopefully go to Wave 1 PTU within the next couple of weeks, or sort of early September. Really hard to sort of tell at the moment. We are only a few weeks away from CitizenCon as well now. It's only about 9 weeks away, and as I mentioned in a recent video, it looks like a lot of Squadron 42 stuff is coincidentally being completed for around that time. CIG not really showing much Squadron 42 stuff at CitizenCon since 2015, I think? But we don't know for sure. It just looks like it's quite viable. Also, talking about the Hull C from earlier, I do have some concerns about that ship. How is it going to affect the economy in the short term? Is it going to break the game economy entirely because of the amount of cargo at scale it can do? Is it going to be balanced that you just can't make as much money from other ships? Or is it that sort of the Leos, the stations, the goods that they trade in, well, you don't get as much if you're trading there, but you would get a lot more if you actually landed on a planet because the Hull C can't technically land when it's cargo laden. Anyway, that's it for your updates today. I'm really interested to know, when do you think we'll have 3.20 going to Wave 1 PTU, and when do you think we'll have it going live? Do you think it's going to be by the end of September? Do you think they're going to push it back a little bit so that it goes with CitizenCon? What did you think of resonance and those audio effects that Cloud Imperium are using to expand out Star Citizen? Do you not care so much about audio? Like, I just want the game. It's a cool thing, but give me more actual tangible gameplay features. Or do you like to learn about this sort of stuff? Do you think Star Citizen's going to have a really in-depth, interesting weather system? We do know that they had worked with My Radar, who do weather apps before as well, because there was weather that you could see on moons in Star Citizen on the My Radar weather app. That was interesting. I wonder if they actually are going to have proper weather maps that move around in game still. But whatever you think, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Are we alone in the universe? The truth is out there, but what if aliens visit Earth? But they're like monsters, and all they do is look through your internet history, judging you, laughing at you with all their alien friends, watching your every move live, and then they send like 1 million ads to you about alien products that you don't want, like those shoes and socks that have a gap between your big toes. No one needs that. But what you do need is nordvpn.com/BoredGamer, which helps you prevent that happening from the more real threat of humans doing the same. It encrypts your internet connection, hides your IP address and location, it has an inbuilt ad blocker, and also helps you gain access to region-based content. You should go to nordvpn.com/BoredGamer and get a big old discount. You can also click the links below. Every month, we have a ship giveaway. For August, it's for a Crusader Mercury Star Runner with lifetime insurance. This medium-sized, well-armed cargo and data hauler is great for trying out a huge range of what Star Citizen has to offer, a perfect mission runner ship. To be in for a chance of winning, just comment on any of my videos made during the month. More details in the description below. There are some amazing people that help support the channel by clicking on the join button under my videos and becoming a channel member or becoming a Patreon with the links below. That helps keep the channel going and producing daily content. Please consider joining their ranks, but commenting, liking, subscribing, that all massively helps too. Thanks for watching to the end, and I'll see you in the verse.